Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here and spending your time. I hope you are learning through my experience. I appreciate your time. Today I am here in this video going to share with you an information that I'm going to start a new playlist. In this playlist, you are going to see all the required videos that will cover almost your certification on Python for data science. Coming back to this video, so the agenda of this video is to share with you in detail the topics that you will come across or you would see in the next videos in the particular playlist. I will also share with you the bonus points. Why should you go through the rest of the videos? I understand your time is crucial and important. It should not be wasted on just going through any junk videos that will not even help you out after spending your time. So just watch through the bonus points. If that's matching your requirement, then only please proceed with the next videos in the sequence. I will also share with you the resource location where I'm going to literally share all the information related or the materials that I'm going to use through the video making. Let's quickly jump to the topics. Okay, before actually to that, I want to let you know why should you go through the videos in the playlist. Is it even relevant to you? Well, if you are looking to do almost certification in Python that is required for you to work as a data scientist or data analyst, at least with a beginner position, then yes, you should. Um, what will be the qualities of the videos? Firstly, I'm going to do all the homeworks, not theoretically, but literally coding it and recording that. So the videos will be almost a recorded live coding that you would see. And then, of course, while preparing these notes, I'm going to highlight the important points throughout whenever required. So you have to listen to the notes that I mentioned in the videos. And those will be not just any random, but this highlights is based on the experiences that I have. That is, of course, that's something I cannot share you, but you can rely on that and you can cross check, do that. Uh, these videos again can be referred by anybody who is from non-technical background and willing to switch to data science. And for that, if you want required to learn Python, following the videos, you'll be in a good position to at least understand why Python, how to use Python, what are the basic component of it, and a lot more. So as I'll proceed in each of the videos, I'll give you a lot more informations. Make sure you keep your notebook besides you with a pen whenever you watch the remaining videos. You'll have a lot of information. Then, the content of this video, I mean, not in terms of animation or presentation, but rather the content that I'm going to share, that all are going to be of industry level. You can rely on them. Those are, again, as I said, based on the experiences after training thousands of students, the same content. And they, again, this training I have given for the coaching institutes, right? For the working professionals who are planning, who plan to switch to the data science domain coming from non-technical background or technical background, but from different domains. So these contents are already proved to be useful and already used at the industry level. So you can rely on the content, just you have to follow them properly, right? Okay. So if you are clear and if you still think it's useful for you, please continue with me to understand what are the topics under programming Python that I'm going to cover. Well, there will be major two section of it, and overall the time duration that I would take to cover these all topics will be roughly 40 to 50 hours. Yes, it's a huge, but it will be really useful for sure. Firstly, I'm going to touch upon the core programming components using Python. So, any programming languages have some programming core fundamentals that you should know, irrespective of the language. And that's what I'm going to cover with respect to Python, since we are talking about Python programming for data science. Then, once that's done, so what that means, these videos can be watched by non-technical people as well, because since I'm going to start all from scratch, very basic, no prerequisite required. The only prerequisite that would be must, the willpower to learn new things, the willpower to follow, to to do something extra following the instructions given. If you have that, you are in a good place and you will certainly succeed. Don't worry. Then the next part is will be on covering the specific libraries, at least the prerequisite libraries that you must know in order to deal with real-time data, at least get hold of them, right? You have to work with real time data whenever you think about a data, being a data scientist or being a data analyst. You cannot think of being a data scientist without knowing what to do with data. Given a data, you must do something. So during that, I'm also going to, during the videos, I'm going to discuss with you how to approach a data, what to do with the data. I mean, let's imagine somebody, a HR comes to you during the interview, or let's talk about the practical situation. Your manager comes to you, you are hired as a data scientist at a beginner stage, and your manager comes to you and he just gives you a CSV file with some data, and he says, okay, do whatever you want to do and just give me what you have done. So indirectly he's saying you have to decide how to start, what to start, or you should know what question to ask here. So as a beginner, you may not be aware. So I'm going to give you right hints, strategies to understand what question to ask, what not to ask, in what direction to go. At least that may not be perfect, but that would be good to start for sure, right? So that's what we are going to do, right? Hopefully you are convinced so far. But if not, still continue with me. Going to show you what the bonus points you'll receive during each of these videos. So, first bonus point would be real time examples. I'm not just going to explain the topics with lot of theories, boring theories. No. Even if you do not know theories, that's fine. You should know how to practically use something. And that's what I'm going to do that. While sharing these examples, I'm going to connect them with real time examples, real time scenarios that mostly are common in all of us, our life, irrespective of being what profession we are in. That would be the whole point to highlight on. The next would be during the videos and during each of the topics, wherever possible, I'm going to share interview questions related to that topic. Of course, not everything at one time. And again, when I say interview questions, these are not just to make you fool, these are real time interview questions. Most of the time, again, when I say, of course, not every company, but because of the type of interviews that a particular interviewer can conduct, it depends, it varies, but roughly most of them has some pattern, and based on that pattern there are certain questions you likely to encounter always, and I'm going to share them, right? So that's the reason I said you be ready with a pen and paper in hand whenever you watch the rest of the videos, because there will be lot key points that you should note. And of course, if you just follow the instruction, you should be good in a good position, right? um Towards the end of this playlist or in the videos, um, you will see a case study that I'm going to discuss again in stretch in detail. This case study will not be just, it will have a lot of information. I will try to give you like you would have seen of boot camps, right? Boot camps are conducted why to give you an experience of some on a project, a kind of project you can think of. I don't actually call it a project because to do a data science project, you really need to know a lot more than just the Python. But in order to master this Python concepts that or libraries that we would learn throughout, you need to use them not randomly, with respect to some scenarios, some cases, something that you can connect with real time. So my idea would be to basically go and explain that with you with the case study. And during this case study questions, I will also try to give you the overview, big picture of this tool. Why do you need to know Python? How these are consumed, how they are connected with data science, right? So there will be a lot of information, and I'll be discussing about them in detail during the case study, right? So you have to really work with me along during all these videos to really understand all this information. So this is about it. The last thing that I want to share with you, where would you find these shared materials? Okay, what do you mean by shared resources? What they are? So while recording these videos, I'm going to really code live during recording basically, and there will be a Jupyter notebook, mostly some reference material, some ppts, and so on. So this all, if you are interested to refer them or access them, you will find all of them uploaded, maybe topic wise. I will give you more details in the corresponding videos whenever I upload something, but overall this all will be uploaded on the website that you see on the screen. You can go there and access, right? Hopefully, you are good so far. You got to know. If you still have any questions, feel free to put your comment. I will certainly respond to that. And the whole goal of this starting this playlist is for you to be almost able to work with or start with Python as a tool to explore data, to manipulate data whenever you are given a data. And of course, think as a data scientist whenever you perform these operations. If you cannot think as a data scientist, although you may know a lot of tools in hand, you would not be able to go in the right approach or achieve anything meaningful. You can do anything, but that may not be meaningful. So that is the whole goal of this series. It takes a lot of time for me, I know, to prepare all of them, but I'm happy to share what I know, what I think is essential for anybody who aspire to be a data scientist should know. So that's the whole agenda of this. If you think it's useful for you, again, put your comment in, if your voice in the comment box, so that others will also get to know if this resource is actually useful or not. I want this to be shared across as many newcomers as they need. Again, you will not find this lot of the informations in any of the coaching institute. I have realized after working with many institute, they just go formal because they have to sell their product. They just do not care if you really get a job. All they do is they want to get your money until in the name of the course. Whether you are learning actually or not, whether that learning is practical or not, that's not their attention. As long as you pay them completely. So, but I'm not going to make that way. I'm going to use or explain things in a very simple language, simple words, relevant, connecting it with some scenario, which all of us are quite familiar with. So you can certainly rely on the content, and then with that faith, you can watch the rest of the videos in the playlist. So I hope you'll have a good learning. Have a happy learning.